everyone, jingle bells, Merry Christmas. Are you doing your Christmas shopping? Hello everyone, my name is Lynn Wilson and welcome back to my home and my channel, which is called At Home with Lynn Wilson. So, are you doing Christmas shopping? I have my kids say, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? Actually, my husband hasn't asked this year, but I have seen a few boxes come that I haven't ordered, so I think he might have a few ideas. But if you're like me, I'm practical. I love getting a toaster for Christmas. Other people want jewelry. I don't want jewelry. I'll go buy my jewelry at Walmart or something like that. I'm not a fancy jewelry person, but I do like practical. Things that I'll use year round. 3 or 4 years ago, I wanted a Pioneer Woman toaster for Christmas. And my kids, my daughter-in-law, Mom, you can't get a toaster for Christmas. And my son, who's a clone of me, said, trust me, you'll make her day if you buy her a toaster. And she kept arguing, you can't get a toaster. Well, let me tell you, they got me my Pioneer Woman toaster, and I was the happiest girl when I opened my present on Christmas Eve and I had a toaster. So I just thought, double duty. I'm going to tell you my 5 favorite appliances and why, and maybe give you some ideas for a Christmas gift for yourself if you're gifting yourself, or maybe you still need to tell Santa what you want for Christmas. If you haven't written your letter, you're running out of time here. Santa needs your list. Or maybe you're trying to think of, what do I get that person for Christmas? Maybe I'll give you some ideas. But if nothing else, I'll tell you what my 5 favorite appliances are, why they're my favorites, and how I use them, and maybe that'll trigger something for, after the holidays, and then they have all the after holiday sales. So my first one is my slow cooker. Now this one's a little different, and let me explain to you why I got it and how I use it, and do I really like it. So I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't know the size of it, but of course we have a lid, and it's by West Bend. And I bought this from a company online. They had I get most of my big expensive things, or fairly expensive, on like Black Friday sales in July or Black Friday in November, or I got to get 40 to 50% off, if not more, or I'm not getting it. But this one it's fairly deep. You can see it. It's a good size. I can make a pot of soup in this. There's 3 of us at home right now. So if I make a pot of soup, we're getting dinner, we're getting lunch the next day, and probably at least 1 or 2 other meals out of it from this pot. So this is a nice heavy duty pot, and it does lift off. Now this came with a travel bag. So I can, they have a lid that can go on this that's heat proof, that seals. Then this can go right into the travel bag, and if you're going to someone's house for the holidays or going to a potluck, you can bring it with you. Now another thing about this I like is it is a griddle. So if you have just yourself, or it's just you and your partner, or you and a couple kids, and you don't need a large griddle, or you don't want to use a skillet on the on the stove, I can make pancakes, which I do. I make pancakes right on here. So this is a skillet, and there is the button here for, they have, what do they have? Medium, low, medium, high, warm, and griddle. So you can put this on griddle and you can make your pancakes. Wipe it all off, put your pot back on there, and there you go. You put all your ingredients in here and you make your soup for lunch. I make all my homemade dog food in here. The beans go in here, everything else right in this pot. And this is great too, because you can take this off, let it cool off. If you still want to keep it like this, you can just stick it in the refrigerator. It has the other lid that goes on it, and again, you can travel with this. So yeah, you can barely see me, right? I'm behind my Instant Pot. And the one question I get all the time is, do you prefer an Instant Pot or do you prefer a crock pot / slow cooker? Yes, I love them both. If I had to choose between the two, I don't know that I could. To me, they both have a different purpose. I like the slow cooker. Certain meals to me in the slow cooker, you can make them in the Instant Pot, but they don't taste the same as that long process of cooking slowly all day long. If I make a roast in the slow cooker or chicken, it's just, pulls apart deliciously. Some of those things, yes, you can do in your Instant Pot. It comes down to personal preference. My first favorite appliance is my crock pot. My next one is my Instant Pot. I love my Instant Pot. I have the Instant Pot brand. You can get off-brand. You can get a different brand. I had an off-brand. I could not figure out for the life of me how to use it. When I went on YouTube and I looked up for a video on how to use it, there was one video. That doesn't tell me a whole lot. So my sister got an Instant Pot. I switched to Instant Pot. It's easy to use. It works well. I love it. If I were to buy another one, I probably would stick with the Instant Pot brand. So I love this. It's quick, it's easy, it's durable. It does a great job. I make my oatmeal in here, my rice. I probably use this every other day, if not every day. If I'm doing cooking, I'm probably using this for one purpose or another. So out of my 5 appliances, crock pot and Instant Pot. Let's see what else I like. Okay, so my next favorite appliance, now these aren't necessarily in the order of my favorite, but it's what I happen to grab next, is my electric frying pan. My mother-in-law would call it her electric fry pan, or you hear electric skillet. And this one does look somewhat vintage. It is not vintage. I bought this off of, I think it was HSN. If I can find it, I'll leave a link in the description below. I have had a few people ask me, where did I get this? And some people actually went ahead and ordered it. It comes in different colors. It's by Temptations. If you have Temptations dishes, I have the green set. This goes with it. I grew up with my mother using an electric frying pan. My mother-in-law used an electric frying pan. Most people I know don't use it, don't even know what it is or where to find one. I love it. I like it because the heat is even. I find if I use a frying pan on the top of the stove, sometimes it's, wonky. This heat is good, this side is not. I find with an electric frying pan, it's perfect. It's nice and big, it's nice and deep. You can get a frying pan with a big handle and it's square. This one just happens to be round and it has 2 side handles. Doesn't really matter. If you look at your plug on here, excuse me, you have high, medium, and low. Some of them on their little dials will tell you hamburgers, pancakes, bacon, and they'll actually list it on the dial as to what temperature you would put the dial on. So why do I like this? It cooks food evenly. I don't need the stove. I don't have to heat up the whole stove. I can put this to the side. I use this all the time. If you have a small apartment or a small kitchen and you can't, get enough burners, sometimes you only get the 3 burners if you have a small spot. This is another thing that you can use. Okay, so my next appliance I'm going to tell you about, we're up to number 4. You're not going to believe this because I know most of you, a lot of you probably have the big KitchenAids. I'm not a fan. Someone actually gave me a really nice white KitchenAid. I used it a few times. I felt it was big. I felt overwhelmed. It was too complicated. I didn't like it. I don't do that much that I need a big one like that. I gave it to my son and daughter-in-law. It's sitting on a shelf in their pantry. I don't think in 7 years that they've been married, they've ever used it. Maybe once, maybe. And I borrowed it back a few months ago. It's too big for me. It's too overwhelming. Here's what I have. See this old Black & Decker? We're married, how many years, honey? 33 years, right? Yes, you forget after a while. By the time you hit your 25th and after that, you don't count anymore. 33 years. I got this at my bridal shower, which was 34, 35 years ago. This baby was probably $5 back then. It doesn't have the whisks. It has just your standard, little beaters. 33 years later, I have beat this thing up. We have a lifelong list of stories to tell about the things I probably should not have used it on. I love my hand mixer. I don't want a big KitchenAid. I like my hand mixer. So here we go. That's my next favorite appliance. So hang on, I got one more to show you. So here we are with my last appliance to show you tonight. You'll never think that this would be a favorite of mine, but it is an ice maker. I have wanted one for years. They're so expensive. My husband, there was another YouTuber that I watch, and she had gotten this ice maker. She was blessed, and she got it for free as a try me out kind of thing. And she tried it out, and they gave a 60% coupon code for just like 4 days or something like that. So I looked, and it was on sale. Then there was the 60% off, and then I had points on my Amazon card. So I used all that up, and I think, what did we pay, $12? I think I ended up paying $12. So for the cost of an ice machine, $12 is a steal. Let me tell you why I like my ice machine. First of all, this is a great one. This is Ecombs, I think is how you pronounce it, and it has a handle so you can lift it. It is a beast. It's heavy, it's solid, and it makes ice all day long. You lift this up. It comes with a scoop, and there you go. We have ice. So let me tilt this a little bit so you can see it inside. And you see that? There you go. Ice is in there. Why do I like an ice machine? Because I like ice. I love a full glass of ice for water, for orange juice, for soda, iced tea, anything. I'm an ice girl. I like ice in my cup. You know what one of my pet peeves is? And for 30 plus years in our refrigerator or our freezer, the ice cube trays are either empty, not in there, or half filled. We don't know. So my husband and I are both annoyed by half empty trays, empty trays, or trays that were never put back. It drives us both crazy. We have no idea who does it because neither one of us do it. But we must have an ice stealer that they just come in the middle of the night and they steal our ice. They forget to fill the trays, or they only take half the ice, or whatever the case is, and it drives us crazy. So I've invested in an ice machine. I like it. We use it every day, all day long. The thing pumps out ice very quickly. I love it. It's expensive. Get a deal on it. It's expensive. That's what I'll just keep saying. It's expensive. But is it worth it? If you like ice and you like a lot of ice, I have a small freezer. I don't have a lot of freezer space. So to put, 3 to 6 trays of just ice, it's expensive to, it's expensive to buy, but when I think of how much I use it, instead of having 6 trays in the freezer that are probably already emptied or half empty, I'll use my ice machine. So my 5 favorites: ice machine, hand mixer, electric frying pan or electric skillet, my crock pot, and my Instant Pot. So Merry Christmas to you if you decide to get one. I gave you some ideas of what appliances I like, what I use on a daily basis. These are the things I use on the regular. So leave a comment below if one of these items are your favorites, or if one of them is maybe you don't like it, why you don't like it, or if you have a different favorite appliance. I'd love to hear from you.